I'm Rachel Platt, the Director of Community Engagement at the Fraser History Museum. The teacher who had the biggest impact on my life would be my mom. She's a lifelong teacher, so still teaching me lessons, but never had her in the classroom. So I'm going to default to that person, and that would be Dr. Art Pollock, who taught at Brevard Community College. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do as a profession, so I went to a community college to help pay for it and kind of figure it out. And he was my speech professor and came up to me and said, "Have you ever thought about journalism? What about broadcasting?" Took me over to see the University of Central Florida, where I ended up going to college majoring in broadcast journalism. It truly changed the trajectory of my life. It's because a teacher cared, they took the time, and they changed my life. So thanks to all teachers out there.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm the curator at the Fraser, and I just want to thank my professor and mentor from college, Rhodes. Shay was my glassblowing professor, which can be a pretty physically demanding art form, but he never treated me any different than the guys and always helped me believe that I could do anything, whether it was welding equipment together, building an entire wall for a project, gathering 20 pounds of glass. His message was never, "You can do this," despite the fact that you're a woman, just that he knew I could do it. So thank you, Shay. Love you.
Hi, I'm Melinda. I'm a teaching artist at the Fraser, and the teacher I wanted to highlight is my mom. She teaches 5th and 6th grade, and she had a profound impact on my education growing up. And I was able to see just how hard teachers work, especially when she would take papers home to grade with her at night after dinner. And she really opened my eyes to the things that teachers will do for us. So thank you so much, and I love you, Mom.
My all-time favorite teacher is Sheldon Tapley, Stodge Professor of Art at Center College. In 2016, I was able to give him some of my appreciation. This is Ann Silver, Curator of Digital Imagery, Sheldon's wife. They both have been at Center College in Danville, Kentucky since 1983. I was a student there back during the late 90s. Sheldon is incredible. He has tremendous talent, can create art from a variety of mediums and a variety of disciplines. But really, Sheldon's greatest talent is his patience, his ability to communicate to his students using superb language and communication skills. On that day in 2016, I was at a wedding of a fellow Center alum, and I was able to thank Sheldon personally for all he had done in my life as an artist. For that reason alone, Sheldon has had the greatest impact upon my life as a teacher, and for that I am eternally grateful. This is Brian West, teaching artist at Fraser, Kentucky History Museum, and alum of Center College, class of 2000.
Hello, this is Tony from the Fraser Museum, and the teacher I would like to thank presently is a man named Buck Lyford. He was the man who taught me how to frame houses, and I will forever be grateful because I learned from him that all you need sometimes is for someone to point you the direction. It might seem daunting until they open the door, and I remember the very first day. It was like 5 degrees out, and I had my gloves on, and my hands were frozen even still. And I went to the site where we were building a house, he and the rest of the students. It was my first day, and I remember thinking I was going to go out, I was going to build walls, and I was up on the roof with them, I thought. And for much of the very beginning of the day, he put me in front of a 4x4 post with a box of nails. And he handed me a hammer, and he showed me how to use it. I mean, you think you know, but he showed me how to use it. And after about an hour and a half, I did. I did. You find the most efficient way after you've been doing it for an hour. But I thank Buck particularly because he taught me that it is those little beginnings, those little basics upon which everything else is built. So thank you, Buck.
This is Heather, and I have to thank Mr. Burroughs, who is my communication teacher at Fern Creek High School, for always indulging in my weird music taste and teaching me all about video editing, and the fun it is to really make a visual story like we're doing every day with the virtual museum. I'm really lucky to get to work with Mr. Burroughs at Atherton High School now through the Fraser, and I'm really looking forward to doing that next school year.
When I was in the second grade, I transferred to a new school, and my teacher's name was Mrs. Littlejohn. And we were taking our very first spelling test. I remember it very well, and I was confused and I didn't know what was going on, but she knew that I could do it. And anyway, I remember her looking over, standing above my desk looking down, and me looking up at her, and her saying, "You better get your act together, boy," which was all I needed to hear, because the rest of the school year, like, I committed to doing that, proving to her that I had my act together, which luckily I was able to carry on for the rest of my life, for the most part. And I'm always grateful. I think of that moment all the time, and I often say to myself, "You better get your act together, boy."